Aqaba is especially good for pictures. Whether you're a videographer or a stills photographer, the dive sites are excellent for getting great results. That's because you can spend ages and ages getting close to really unusual animals, like frogfish for example, day and night.
Even the underwater photographer's favourites, like the clown anemone, seem to be bigger and brighter. They're also easy to approach. Pictures of clownfish are still among the highest selling underwater subjects anywhere in the world. Small, densely populated pinnacles surrounded by gently sloping sandy seabed make photography much easier. Here the hazards of flapping fins breaking delicate corals are far fewer. Lurking among the nooks and crannies are some of the most difficult creatures to spot. Scorpionfish and stonefish are seen frequently by divers in Aqaba. Jordan really does have the good, the bad and the ugly when it comes to the rare and unusual. One critter that's not so easy to find in the Red Sea is the strange-looking frogfish. But here in Aqaba, the local terrain seems to have attracted more than its fair share of these tropical oddballs. Even so, finding a cherry-red painted frogfish to photograph is a real treat. This strange little character is one of a number of frogfish dotted around the reefs of Aqaba, the perfect subject. But here's an even bigger version who's got nothing better to do than sit around all day perched on a small coral clump, hoping for a tasty morsel to swim past. These bizarre mottled fish are deceptively efficient predators. They can extend their mouths to swallow fairly large fish, and they can do so in the blink of an eye. Nighttime in Aqaba is equally rewarding. It's a time for the hunters to dart around looking for prey, or use their camouflage to good effect. Watch how this small cuttlefish turns as white as the sand before jetting off into the night. Nighttime photography is excellent for macro work, and in the shallow reefs of Aqaba, the small stuff is just as interesting, like this tiny spider crab. Photographers really are spoilt for choice, but if you know where to look, there are some rare treats in store for the discerning diver. This is a toadfish, an ugly brute of a bottom dweller that grows to around 35 centimetres and lurks out of sight, often hidden under rocks. The picture is a real bonus for any diver's collection. This small corner of the Red Sea seems to have more than its share of weird and wonderful creatures. A delightful hermit crab makes another excellent subject. This green speckled moray is one of the many varieties you'll see around Aqaba's reefs. Lionfish, of course, always seem happy to pose for the camera. At night, it's also worth keeping a beady eye open for the more exotic species, like this beautiful red Spanish dancer. Just one of the many colourful nudibranchs to be found in the Gulf of Aqaba. And what better way to end a dive than to catch up with a lively nighttime prowler in the form of a small Red Sea octopus?